Bam! Today I'm making a steak. I like my steak medium. I used to be a well guy and then medium well. Now I am a medium guy. I don't think I ever be a medium rare guy. I'm gonna go through the ingredients, what you need to make a perfect steak, and the size that tastes best with a great steak. First I have my steak, of course. This is a ribeye steak. Perfect steak to cook with. You can see all the good marbleization, so this is a great steak to cook with. It has a bone in there, right there. I'm going to use rosemary to cook with the steak, and also garlic cloves. For sides, I'm going to have Brussels sprouts and yellow potatoes. First, I'm going to use avocado oil. The reason why, again, I use avocado oil is because it has a 500-degree smoke point. It even says it on the avocado oil bottles. Next, I'll be using Montreal steak seasoning. I just love it. It's a lot of spices. It's not as much salt because I like to put my own salt on my steak, which is sea salt. And I like to put black peppercorn on the steak as well. And I'm going to be using butter to butter our steak, or Earth Balance organic butter to butter our steak. The Brussels sprouts, I'm going to cut in half, boil for 10 minutes, and then put them in the oven for 30 minutes. With these potatoes, I'm basically going to shave the potato, boil it, and then make mashed potatoes out of them, buttery mashed potatoes like the kind I had at this restaurant called Bazaar. Fill your potatoes up with water until they are completely submerged. Turn the heat on high about 3/4 of the way. You want the water to boil. You want to boil these for 30 to 45 minutes. Fill the Brussels sprouts up with water till it's completely full. And put the heat on medium. We just want these to soften up. So I'm gonna put the heat on medium for about 10 minutes. Our Brussels sprouts are soft now. I'm gonna grab them. We're gonna move them over here to the sink. Just drain them. We need them dry before I put them in the oven. So you don't want to burn the house down. You gotta put oil over the Brussels sprouts. And everyone knows water and oil don't mix. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Put your Brussels sprouts in your pan. See, they're dry now. Come over the top with your avocado oil and just dress it. Dress the top, dress the top, dress the top. So obviously all of them don't have oil on them. So just oil them all down. Till they're all shiny. Yeah, look at that. Then take some salt. A little bit of salt over the top. A little bit of black pepper. And I like to put the Montreal steak seasoning. Like the taste. Not too much. You don't want to overdo it. And just squish everything together. So all that season and all that love come together. These are ready to go in the oven. Leave your Brussels sprouts in the oven for 30 minutes and you need them to be baking while your potatoes are boiling. Potatoes boiling, Brussels sprouts baking.
Working out and cooking?
Huh?
Working out and
Yeah,
cooking?
fitting and cook. You know, it's new movement. That ain't just cook. You dig? Alright, so I'm using organic fat-free milk. I'm going to pour that and make a cup. Whole cup full. I'm just gonna pour that. And we have our mashed potatoes going. I'm gonna start mashing that down. Now we're gonna add butter. I'm basically just going to mash that in as well. My secret ingredient, parsley. There we go.
How long are you letting this cook?
I'm gonna let it just sit on the heat and stay warm. And so while it's doing that, I keep it on a low temperature. And it'll take some of the moisture out because right now it's super moist. And I want to get a little more, a bit harder. So now we're about to take our ribeye and basically just trim it. We'll get a steak of workout. You see this fat here? We don't need all that fat. You see this fat here? We don't need all that fat. Lindsay hates a lot of fat. So just take a little bit of it off. There you go. We don't need all that. We keep that on there though. Perfect. So we're gonna take this ribeye and we're gonna put some sea salt on it. And basically I want you to cover the whole back side and the front side of that thing. All right?
Stop. Seems like a lot of salt.
It's not. Cover the whole side. Rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. Flip them. Do the same thing again. And I'm only putting salt on here in the beginning. But I'm gonna add my pepper and my Montreal steak seasoning. But I'm only gonna put salt right now because salt doesn't burn. And we're gonna burn the shit out of the steak. So I'm gonna preheat my cast iron skillet 3/4 of the way. And then I'm gonna add the avocado oil and then place my steak. I'm gonna cook each side at 1 minute and 30 seconds. After I cook each side at 1 minute and 30 seconds, I'm gonna add butter, rosemary, and a garlic clove to each steak I put in there with the butter. I want my garlic clove and my rosemary to get in the butter, and the butter, oil, and the garlic clove and all that get together, and it's all one, basically like a butter sauce. And I'm gonna cook the steak in it and pour it over the top of the steak. I'm using the avocado oil. I'm just gonna cover the bottom of the pan. That's it. So I'm gonna take my steak and I'm gonna lay them down flat like this. And again, I'm laying them down this way so I don't get popped by grease. 1 minute and 30 seconds on each side. Flip. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Add your butter, your garlic, and your rosemary. Now I'm about to show you how to cut up a rosemary while we're waiting for this to cook. I'm gonna cut up a garlic clove because you can't put the skin in there just like that. So you gotta come, crush it, and when you crush it, the skin will come off for you. Bam. Fresh garlic clove. Now it's time to flip our steak. And sear this side for 1 minute and 30 seconds. While we're sitting on this side for 1 minute and 30 seconds, you need to get everything prepped. If you don't have much time, then you get your butter ready and your garlic and your rosemary ready to throw it on in the grease. And also, when I flip this steak, I'm gonna flip it opposite of the side that I'm cooking right now when I put the butter in there. I'm not just gonna throw the butter in there because I want each side to get an even amount of cooking time. So I'm gonna grab my butter, drop some right there, drop some right here. So it's gonna come off the plate. Now, I'm gonna throw my garlic clove in there. I'm gonna throw my rosemary in there as well. Now everything is cooking. We're coming up on 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm gonna flip my steak. And the reason why I put the garlic cloves and the rosemary and all that in there first is because I want, when I flip it, for this steak to land on nothing but butter. Nothing but butter, baby. Nothing but butter. Guns and butter. Alright. So we have that going. And what I like to do, this is not too hot. Just come here and grab that. Scoop and score. Remember, we're keeping this on for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Scoop and score. Scoop and score. And this is why I love the cast iron skillet so much, because I can lean this up and it's gonna stay hot on every part. Yes, yes, yes. Now it's time to flip. Flip it again. Flip it. Let them sit in that butter. Another 1 minute and 30 seconds. Grab them. Been cooking long enough. And move it on over to your cutting board. You're gonna let that rest for 10 minutes. After I let it rest, I'm gonna cut it into slices, and you and your partner can share them. See that bone? Nice bone, cut around the bone. That bone out of there. You can already tell it's gonna be good. I'm just gonna season them. A little black pepper on this side. And we don't want to over season them because remember we put a lot of salt on there, but just throw a little bit of that on there. And what you want to do, you want to cut against the grain because you want short strands. Juicy. See the browning? Now they're roasted. Abracadabra.